Parakeet. George.
Hi guys, my name is Marlene McCohen and this is Vinny! Say hi, Vinny! Vinny is my Galah Cockatoo and he's going to do a Storytime Sunday with me. I love this Storytime Sunday, guys, because it gives you guys a little bit of insight into my family and into my family with birds. Now, Vinny, would you also like to tell them perhaps why we are refilming this Storytime Sunday? Do you want to say anything about that? We're refilming this Storytime Sunday because in the last video that I just made, two things happened. One, yeah, it is your fault. Vinny was giving me so many kisses that I didn't notice that he got my lipstick all over my face, literally in pink patches, because he wanted to make me look like him, didn't you? And two, he flew off in the middle of the video because I don't know if you guys could see, right behind me is this closet. Look, he wants to see. He's like, what's right behind you? In that closet, there's a bunch of organized shoe boxes. Vinny wants to get into those boxes. The reason I have there that umbrella and mirror is hopefully to discourage him from going over there because, you know, sometimes they think sticks are scary, but Vinny is like analyzing it right now. He's trying to gauge like if it hasn't moved. So that's a trick for you guys. I know I spoke about that in a video before, but if you don't want your birds to go on something that they're always going on, put like a stick or a Swiffer and kind of change it out every once in a while so it's different. But for the purpose of this video, I was hoping that he would stay in it with me. Today, I want to tell you the story of my cockatoo Ty. I brought Vinny into this video because he's a cockatoo. Jersey was very busy at the time. Jersey is right next to me now. Wanna come say hi? Say hi! Say, I'm Super Jersey! She's like, no. She just wants to sit here and be next to me, but she doesn't want to be in the video. For those of you guys who don't know, Ty is a lesser sulfur crested cockatoo who lives in Texas with my brother and his girlfriend. Before my brother lived out on his own, he was the family bird, but he became my brother's bird because I live in Los Angeles and my brother was like obsessed with him, so he kept him. Now, Ty is obsessed with my brother's girlfriend. Who knows what would happen there if they broke up. So here's the story. I was visiting from college and I was sleeping all day because, you know, I used to like be up all night and sleep all day. Not far from the truth today. But anyhow, I'm sleeping and I hear like all this racket going on and I'm like, what is going on? Right when I wake up, I hear my dad go, Marlene! And I go, yeah, Dad? And he goes, do you want to go to zoo? And I go, okay. And then I just went back to sleep. I had no idea what that was about. You have to understand, my parents are from two different cultures. My mom is like full on born and raised in Ireland, right, Vinny? Yes. Ooh. Had to steal some under the wing. My dad is kind of like Israeli, Persian, Iraqi, one of those. They're very different, and whenever they fight or argue, it's never serious, it's always funny. On this particular Saturday, when I woke up and I was having my breakfast with them, or lunch I should say, I was like, what were you guys asking me about the zoo for? So my mom goes, oh, well, your father treats that bird just like he treats his daughter, spoiled. And I'm like, which daughter are you talking about? Because I know there's two of us and I can either take this as a compliment because like daddy loves me, or what are you trying to say here? I didn't get into that. I'm like, what do you mean? And my mom was like, well, I woke up and I tried to give Ty his breakfast. So I gave him his bagel, but he kept screaming at me. My dad goes, but that's because you didn't put the cream cheese in it. My mom was like, I did put the cream cheese. I did put the cream cheese. And then my dad said, but you didn't make whole. You didn't make whole. He wants a whole. Okay, wait. What are you talking about? My dad goes, you know, the pocket. And I'm like, what pocket, Dad? He's like, I need to make a pocket so that Ty's hands don't get dirty. I'm like, I still don't know what you're talking about. What is this pocket, hole, whatever? My mom goes, oh, well, your father said that Ty doesn't like getting any cream cheese on his hands. So I have to pull all of the bread out of the middle of the bagel and put the cream cheese in there so it's nice and neat for Ty. And I'm like, kind of secretly laughing because I'm like, yeah, you go, Dad, whatever you noticed about Ty. And then I go, so why didn't you do it, Mom? She goes, I did do it. And I'm like, so Dad, she did it. And my dad goes, but you didn't heat it up for him. And my mom's like, oh my God. Wow. So like the bird needed this bagel with cheese, a pocket to be heated up. My mom was like, well, he only wants you to do it. He only likes when you feed him. I just thought that was so funny just because of their culture clash and the way they are and the way my dad spoils the bird and the way that my mom like tries to follow, but it just doesn't work for her. By the way, those of you guys who have heard me talk about Thai before, you don't want to give your birds high-fat foods like cream cheese and things like that. But Thai was a plucker, and my dad believed he had like a calcium deficiency. So at the time, my dad was working with my bird to give him lots of different foods that would give him nutrients he believed that the bird was missing. And if you guys see Thai today, he does have all of his feathers, but of course there's also environmental factors. He was in a new home, we rescued him. So it's not always that easy as you guys could see with Jersey. It's kind of stressful, but I try all different things. Back to Thai. I was visiting again one time. I was up, and because I was up early, I was probably jet lagged from something, I have no idea what, and Thai heard me. So since he heard me, as you guys know, if a bird hears you, he's gonna scream. It was morning, I was the first one gonna wake him up. So I uncover him and I go, come here, Thai, because I want to now give him his breakfast, right? Whatever that's going to be, I just want to get him out. Thai refuses to move. And I'm like, Thai, come on out. I'm going to give you your breakfast. He's like, oh, I don't want to come out. So I'm like, okay, maybe he's still tired because Jersey's kind of like that in the morning. Once I leave the cage, he starts screaming. If you guys have ever had a lesser sulfur crested cockatoo, you know how loud those cockatoos are in particular. So I run back and I'm like, come on out, come on out. And he doesn't want to come out. I'm like, okay, fine. I leave again, screams his head off. And I come back, try to get him out. He doesn't want to come out. So of course, with all this racket, my dad comes over. He goes, what's going on? And I go, Thai won't come out. And he goes, he wants his breakfast. And I go, I know, Dad, but I'm trying to get him out so that I can give him his breakfast. And my dad goes, no, he wants it in his cage in the morning. I'm like, oh, really? Like, he gets breakfast in bed? Okay. My dad goes, if you take him out, he thinks you're not going to bring him his breakfast. I'm like, oh, okay, wow, all right. So my dad proceeds to make him his breakfast and then brings him like his own glass. I'm not kidding you guys, like his own, like it's his baby glass, I don't know. He puts some water in it and some fruit juice, and the bird's like all happy, and the bird's getting all this in his cage. And of course after that, Ty was so happy and so pleased to come out. And I was like, oh my God, this bird. Yeah, you like that. You like how, you like when the birds get breakfast in bed, huh? Yeah, you're so cute. So I was like, oh my God, this bird, my dad knows exactly what he wants because he created what he wants, of course. I thought this would be a great story for you guys to realize that birds can want some very specific things. So if a bird is screaming, it's really because there's something specific that they had and that they want now, and it's really your job to figure it out because you probably introduced it to them. A lot of people message me and say, I'm so worried about what kind of bird to get because they're going to scream and I don't want them to scream loud. Now that's one thing, guys, you want to make sure that if you live in an apartment, you get more of, let's say, a green cheek conure or something that's not as loud as a cockatoo. But at the same time, you need to remember that they don't randomly scream. It's the same way dogs bark. Like if a dog barks at you, he's like trying to show you, I want to go outside, I want to drink some water, give me some food. It's the same with a bird. Generally, they want to tell you something, or there's something in their natural behavior that's making them react like that. If you don't have a bird yet, or you do have a bird, you know what I'm talking about. If you don't, just understand that these are the things you can come across, very, very specific things that you think a bird is just screaming, but he's not. He wants something that you're not understanding what it is that he wants. And a lot of the time, a bird that's quite tame can just want to be out of the cage with you, seeing you, hanging with you. Well, I told this story specifically because there's so many fine details in it of what Ty wanted and the way he was treated, but also so you guys could get to know a little bit more of my family and our history of birds. And of course, because I want you guys to know all of the birds through my stories. Right, Vinny? That's right. Thank you guys so much for watching. I have a few things to tell you before I let you go. One, if you guys want me to see your birds, which I am loving seeing your birds, guys, join Parrot Station on Facebook. I will put all the information below. Parrot Station is our group of members. It's like kind of like our best top members because I know your birds and I'm really excited getting to know your birds. And what's even more exciting, guys, is naming your birds. Some of you are getting new birds already and asking us what to name the birds, and I'm like showing the video and pictures to everyone. I'm like, guys, what do you think? Should this be Rio? Should this be Blue? Look, he's got a little bit of blue. Or do you think this one should be Eskimo, the white cockatiel? Love that name, by the way, guys. We're having a great time. My Facebook is completely parrots now ever since I created that group, and I'm sure it's the same for you, which is so much better than looking at people, right? Yes. Yes. Please join Parrot Station if you want to be part of our community. I'll also give you notifications there and ask you guys what we should do for Parrot Tip Tuesday. I will also let you guys know when I'm going live. I've been going live a lot lately. I'm really enjoying it, completely working on the system. Oh, what about you guys that were on my live when I didn't know I was live? I know you guys thought that was kind of funny. I might leave that up. If you guys love seeing Jersey, Vinny, Picasso, Cody, and Rocky, follow me on Instagram at Marlene McCohen, because I have a story going all day long with the birds. So you could see how they live, how Cody's stuck in the drawer in the morning, how Jersey likes to eat certain things at night, and just, you know, how they behave. It's kind of cool. I see a lot of you guys are watching and I love it. And if you guys want me to feature your birds on Instagram, we are working on Engage Not Caged. So follow Engage Not Caged, hashtag Engage Not Caged. And if you hashtag Engage Not Caged and you're not private, then I will see all of the birds that you guys tagged, and I try really hard to feature a different bird all the time, although some of you guys have like amazing photos, and it is kind of hard for me to remember which ones I already put up and like go back, because there's a lot of conures and a lot of birds that look similar. So I'm learning them, guys, and I love them, right? Yes. It's like he gets all excited and I want to leave it for the video, but then I just want to grab him and kiss him because I just love him so much. Right, Vinny? He's like, yeah, has that umbrella moved or not? That is it, guys. Please subscribe. It means so much to me when you guys subscribe, because it really means that you guys are liking the work that I'm putting out there for you and that I am helping you. And I want nothing more than to help the birds, because I don't know, I love them so much. And I said this before, but I obviously can't save the rainforests right now. If I could, I would. But what I can do is help you guys help your birds that are caged, which is why we're believing in Engage Not Caged. Doesn't mean they don't have a cage to sleep in. It just means that, you know, we don't believe in getting a bird and having them in a cage forever, because it's just not right. So if I can help you guys free, rescue, make your birds happier, then at least the birds that aren't free are beginning to have a better life. So that's what this is all about. Thank you guys so much for watching Storytime Sunday. Look, when I get excited, he gets excited, right, Vinny? And we love you guys so much. Bye.